All right, this is going to be a quick, brief look at the short-term view of the S&P 500, SPX. We're going to look at the 1 to 3 week view as we look at this on a daily chart. Then I'm going to bring you a little look at the Futures Hub where you can get all of the analysis. So this is SPX. We had been looking for a corrective period in August, and that would be while these 2 cycles in here are nesting. Normally when you get this type of action, you get corrective periods. You can see that right in here where both of them were coming down very significantly at that point. And if I go a little bit further out, you can see how each of those yellow zones, those are the periods of risk, brought sizable declines. Now something has changed, and this cycle in here is swamped. Now what swamped means, and you can see that word right there, swamped, is that the upward momentum conditions are so strong, especially on the intermediate chart, the weekly chart, joined with the slim ribbon, which you can see here is still widening and strong, that the momentum conditions are so strong that it does not allow the correction to come. I actually didn't think it was going to be this strong, and it did get over what our original projections were, this 1053 level right over there. Getting up significantly more than that. And now this correction, as you see right in here, is nothing but a sideways movement going on. Now there's still a couple of days that it could get sold in here, and we're looking at maybe a worst case around that minor 23, which is about 40.75. I don't think it's going to be worse than that, and it could be a lot better. You could see the slim ribbon coming up, which often gives support, and that's coming up to that same area also. So this corrective period in here is turning out to be, well, really nothing. And certainly for the shorts, it's been a challenging period. So what I would expect, based on what we see in here and what historically we see under these type of formations, is that the market will finish this corrective period and maybe in this sideways chop and then begin to move up again. Now, if you caught my big picture analysis, looking at past bear markets, we talked about the fact that it was likely going to make it up to the major 50% in this rally. That's right over here. That comes out to about in the 42.40, 42.60 area right in here, and it's likely to get that rally. Now, we look at the VIX, and the VIX is telling us right in here that based on the timing for the troughs in VIX, in other words, the low timing for VIX, that comes out to a peak in the stock market out over here, which is somewhere in about the 3rd week of August. So that's why we're pointing out over here to somewhere between maybe 819, 825 to be where the peak of that next rally is. And we would expect it to get up to that resistance level at the major 50. In that area of somewhere plus or minus of 42.50. So that would be really what we're looking for. Then over here you could see this big harmonic family. That points to joining up with weekly corrections that go out into September, October that we talked about. If you want to see the analysis on the longer term and all of our analysis on all the commodities and all the indexes, you can actually do that by going to our Futures Hub once you become a Popular Services Preview member, which is free. Arvi talked all about that just a few minutes ago. If you're only watching the video clip here on the stock market on YouTube, please go back and look at the whole show, and you'll be able to see Arvi present everything you can have for free for the next 3 weeks. I'm going to show you right now the Futures Hub right over here, which has the analysis on indexes, treasuries, currencies, metals, energies, grains, and soft and crypto. What you're looking at in the colors that you see in here are the intermediate market conditions, the sum of the evidence. And you can see in here the indexes are still negative when you look at that. The only thing really positive in here are the bond market and the crypto market there, and soybeans have now turned positive. So you can see that. And there's negative market in the U.S. dollar, Aussie dollar, the British pound. So I'm sorry, the U.S. dollar JPY. So let's just look here at the S&P 500, and if I click on here on the indexes, you'll be able to get all my past notes right there. And if you click on S&P 500, there's that weekly chart. You can view larger. You can just blow that up and see the analysis over here that we talked about getting back down under that 36 level and potentially down to 3,500 or lower. So a lot of you have written to me, well, what happened to those lows? Well, those are intermediate lows, not short-term like I just presented in this video. And those come out into September or October. You can get that daily chart that we just showed. And if you want to see the video analysis, it's right over here that Arvi presented in FutureSpeak last week. So you can always get that. And you'll be able to get the next 3 FutureSpeak shows by becoming a PSP member. You get all the technical details, the directional bias, which is neutral, the cycle low dates, and the weekly key levels in here. All of that is in here for free. And Level 4 members get our live TOS link, but you won't be able to get that in this free preview. So there's the weekly chart if you're looking at it, and if you want to get a good look at that and all of the analysis on all of these features, all you have to do is become a free member on the PSP, and you'll be able to get that. So back to the daily chart here in the S&P 500, summing it up, this is an extremely strong market we're looking at. Momentum conditions strong. It's using up the corrective time, and it's likely after potentially a couple more days where it could decline, where it's so strong in here, I don't know if that could happen. Then we'll be targeting that 4250 area up there later in August. That is the short-term view, and I hope you found that really valuable, and do become a free Popular Services Preview member just by signing up on the main page at the askSlim.com website. That's that Popular Services Preview right there, and everything that is available to you for free for the next 3 weeks.